want to see me do a rant review, I've never done one before, and it's about time that I did. It's time to get really critical over a movie. And so out of all the movies I could have done, I've done Dragon Ball Evolution for today's review. Plot of this film is that there's this guy called Goku who's trying to find 7 Dragon Balls, and he's finding Piccolo near the end. Look, I didn't really care about the plot. I was not invested at all in this movie. This movie was just so terrible. Honestly, I've never reviewed a worse movie on this channel to this date, and this is just such a terrible movie. Look, when you are adapting source material, you've got to make them faithful adaptations. Dragon Ball Evolution is not a faithful adaptation to its source material. And that's what got fans kind of cranky, and it got the creator kind of cranky. So you can see why. And it also cancelled all the sequels that were meant to happen. Can't believe they ever thought that a sequel could be made to a movie like this. Anyway, let's talk about the movie. Now, first of all, I want to talk about a fight scene that Goku's having with his grandpa near the very start of the movie. That fight scene just looks so fake. It was so evidently shot on a green screen. There's nothing about that fight scene that seems real. And then Goku's grandfather gets a bug in his mouth. You don't understand the purpose of this bug going into his mouth, but it happens. It's pretty weird. Anyway, it just serves no purpose in the story. That bug, nothing. There's no reason for that bug to be in the movie, and the bug doesn't look like it's been designed well. It just looks terrible. I don't know why that scene was in the movie. It adds nothing to the story. Nothing is ever spoken about that. I don't know why they had him get a bug in his mouth, and he doesn't even look disgusted after he gets a bug in his mouth. What is this? Anyway, the acting. Let's just talk about the acting. Some of the lines. So Justin Chatwin seems like a fine guy, but he was not great as Goku in this film. He really wasn't. Goku is meant to be this young kid. In this movie, he's an 18-year-old boy. What? And also, his line delivery is just not very good at all. And he doesn't even have wonder when he gets the Dragon Ball from his grandfather. He's like, yeah, thanks, grandfather, whatever. He doesn't say that, but that's the kind of thing that's implied from the line. It's pretty bad. So about Goku being 18, he's this teenage boy. He's a typical teenage boy. In one scene near the start of the movie, he's fantasizing about Chi-Chi, this girl who he has the hots for, eating a strawberry. I'm not even making this up. That scene is actually in the movie, and it just looks so silly. Can't believe that was even in the movie. It doesn't even make sense. Why is she eating a strawberry? And then he starts speaking to her, and then she says, come over to my house, even though she barely even knows his name. Yeah, that actually happens. And the scene where the house gets destroyed, not her house, but Goku's house, that his grandfather is in, it looks terrible. There's no style to it. And there are spoilers in this review, by the way. And there's also this scene where Goku needs to get across this lava-like thing, and he chops up the bodies of these creatures and walks across them. That scene is actually in the movie. No joke. No joke whatsoever. That scene is actually in the movie. And there's also a fight scene with Roshi, and it just looks so perfect. And also, it says that Goku in this film can sense powers. Well, in this film, it's indicated that Goku can sense people because he says that he can sense his grandfather's around in an earlier scene in the movie where he's eating a leg of ham. But then, at one scene, he's fighting two different Chi-Chis. He's not sure which one's the real Chi-Chi. And then he accidentally knocks out the real Chi-Chi. And also, when he goes to get the real Chi-Chi, he runs through a fire. It just looks so stupid. It just looks terrible. This movie is not a good-looking movie at all. And the fighting with Master Roshi, it just looks so perfect. So unbelievably perfect. There's no fear we have for the character. It's a terrible way to choreograph a fight. And also, the ending. So they're trying to get 7 Dragon Balls to create a wish. And the wish they use after Roshi dies is to bring him back. They don't care about Goku's grandfather who's died. They just want to bring Roshi back. You don't care about Roshi dying because it happened so quickly. Terrible. And also, the villain is Piccolo, and he looks like he's from Batman and Robin. I'm not joking, just look at that guy. He genuinely looks like he belongs in Batman and Robin. I've heard it be said that he looks like he belongs in a Batman movie, and I agree. He looks like he belongs in Batman and Robin as one of the villains. He looks that bad. Character design there is terrible. And throughout this film, I was just wishing for it to end. I just wanted this movie to end so badly. And I was so happy when the movie finally ended. It was like, woohoo! Yeah, I just wanted this movie to end so badly. I was not caring about the story. I did not care about the characters. It was just so bad. And I've never wanted a movie to end this badly. A movie like this should have been a lot longer. But I am so grateful that this movie is short, because this movie is so bad. Now, was there anything good in Dragon Ball Evolution? Anything good? Anything at all? Yes, there was one thing. There was one joke that was intentionally funny that I actually laughed at. I laughed at stuff that was unintentionally funny, but there was only one joke that I laughed at that was intentionally funny. That's really as best I could get to positive. And some of the CGI is okay, I suppose. But Dragon Ball Evolution is one of the worst movies ever made. Obviously, I'm going to give Dragon Ball Evolution an F. Never actually given one of those before, but this film truly deserved it. This film was just so bad. Guys, please don't ever see this film. This film was honestly that bad. Hopefully, in my next review, I can be more positive than a movie. And I'm the Grinning Critic. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And also, there's this other thing I want to talk about. You know, so I said that Goku was fantasizing over Chi-Chi eating a strawberry, when in the anime I've heard, he was so innocent. He didn't even know what a girl was. Yeah. And he was just so innocent, but in this film he's all dirty and everything, and he's 18 years old when he's supposed to be 12, and he wants to beat up bullies. Sometimes I just don't know about this movie. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'm the Grinning Critic, and don't forget to subscribe to me. Hopefully next time, I'll be back with something better.